Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm late. Okay, let's get the music going. Just double check everything. Yeah, looks like we are good. Gonna try a slightly different playlist than normal. This is gonna be like an indie pop. Good morning, or good evening, Alex. I don't know why I said morning. Hello, hello. Hope you all are doing well. Hope everybody's having a great time. We're going straight into Winter Tot. Let's go ahead and also stop recording, or start recording before I forget. Gotta turn the music down just a little bit on my end. Just a touch loud for me. Looks like it still is a good volume for y'all, so I'll keep it up unless it's too loud. Not bad, doing some BA. Nice, nice. Good luck on pet if you're going for pet. Helping a friend. Nice, nice. Fighter torso grind, I'm assuming? It's either that or level 5s. I don't know why else you would go there unless it's for pet chance. In fact, one of the people that's agreed to do Barbarian Assault with me on this account is going just for pet chance because he wants to get that pet. It's like the ugliest pet in the game, but it's so funny because it stomps. Diary? Okay. It was either Fighter Torso or level 5s. So it's kind of crazy. Right now, at least as of when I started the stream, I am at 96 subscribers. It's so insane to me. Like, I gained 60 subscribers, I think. I'm pretty sure it's like 60 subscribers in the last month. Like, it's been staggering just to see how rapidly this channel has grown once I started, first off, streaming here and posting shorts, but also doing RuneScape content. Definitely makes me feel like I made the right decision going in on RuneScape content, that's for sure. Yeah, it's super exciting. I can't wait till I break that 100 mark, because that means I'm officially 10% of the way to getting the 1,000 subscribers that are required to monetize. Shorts get a lot of impressions. I think I cracked the code a little bit on shorts. Now I'm exaggerating for sure, but I made the 99 guides that I made in the shorts, I think was probably the best idea I've had all year, because I combined really searchable content with content that gets an insane amount of impressions anyway, just by way of them being shorts. So having those two things work in tandem has made those like viewership graphs go like this. And like, I'm not kidding, it's like a full straight linear increase. I'm very happy that I decided to hop on that as soon as I kind of figured out that that was a hole in the market that I could fill. Because like the fire making guide, like it doesn't have as many views as the thieving guide, but it has that straight linear increase trend, which is wild to me. So now I got to think of other skills to do 99s with. But I also am kind of like conflicted on making a 99 guide for a skill that I don't have a 99 in. Because at that point, it's like, what am I, like, do I really have the work set in to be able to say that, hey, this is how you did it because this is how this is how you do it because this is how I did it. I feel like that is a very important distinction to make. Also, we are going to go ahead and get a new cat right away. I didn't realize this cat was literally right about to grow up. So we're just going to complete this round, go get a new cat, and then head back. because I was also starting to make me think of like, okay, what other guides should I put in? Like I could do a bossing guide probably. Like I put out a Wintertot guide. I will say that one hasn't really been doing that well at all, but I also think that's because Wintertot isn't exactly a boss that really requires a lot of guidance to learn how to do. You could just show up here and kind of figure out how to do it. So I'm thinking maybe like a Sarachnis guide or maybe a Temperos or Guardians of the Rift guide, because I think those being newer bosses would probably have more people that would want to see it. But who knows? Speaking of Wintertot, we just got a new clan member that is doing Wintertot right now, going to 99. Nice, nice, nice. They are probably in the same world with me. Good old world 307, the mass Wintertot world. How many death runes do I have? I meant to check this. Okay, 1400. That's a pretty nice amount. And was it like 130 coins? Okay. Let's go get a new cat. Hey, welcome, Clam. Thank you for the GLs. Just going to refresh my cat because I didn't realize it was super close to growing up when I had ended stream last time. So, whoops. That's okay. This will actually give me a really good like time frame on when to end off stream. This will pretty much just be Wintertot until my cat grows up. Also, while we do this, I can set up this. There we go. Now we can see my XP per hour that I'm gaining. Officially, we're almost a quarter of the way there from XP wise to get to 99. I think we're actually a little bit further. I think we're more like 30% of the way there just because of the XP rates that we're going to be pulling. But still, pretty nice feeling. Also, I need to find out when the Halloween event is going to be happening because that is required for the account. I want to try and do the holiday events to see if I can get the holiday capes that were previously entered into the game. So I got to keep an eye on when that pops into the game. Level 84, huh? Getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, the progress has been a little slower than I've been wanting, to be honest, but I also haven't been streaming nearly as much as I should be, so that's on me. That one, I can only blame myself for that one. But this week I do plan on streaming today, tomorrow, Thursday, and then doing a longer stream on Friday during the day because I took Friday off from work as my girlfriend Lunar and I are going to the Renaissance Festival nearby. So we're going to be out all weekend, and I figured this would be a good opportunity to start really pushing for the 99. I would like to get the skill cape by the end of the week. I don't know how realistic of a goal that is, but it would be cool to see if I can actually pull that off. Sounds super fun. I hope you have a good time. I do too. I'm super excited for it. I've only ever been to Ren Fair once before, and it was fun. It was a good experience, but the people that I went with ended up having like a pretty big falling out later on, which I ended up being caught in the big middle of it. And because of the negative thoughts associated with those people, and not really the people, but just that situation and the tension that they had during that situation, it has kind of tarnished my memory of Ren Fair when I went the first time. So I'm excited to have a really, really fun experience. I'm also pretty excited too because I just got some new earbuds. I got the Bose Quiet Comfort 1s because the Quiet Comfort 2s are fucking $300. Fuck that, I ain't doing that. But those were still $200 earbuds, and they're really nice. They easily have some of the best noise canceling I've ever had on a set of earphones. So like, I'm very happy with that investment that I just made. Wait, how's my XP thing show progress to 99? What you do, you go to set up XP drops, and then you can go down to a skill and set a goal and a starting point. So I said starting from 50, goal is level 99. So now it shows me my XP progress going to level 99 whenever it is trying to calculate the skills. And that's something that's like actually built into RuneScape itself. It's kind of crazy. This isn't a RuneLite thing as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. I actually think this might be a RuneLite thing, but the XP goal is not, because that is... Actually, I don't know. That might be a RuneLite thing. I could be talking out my ass. I normally don't use this. I just have it up for stream so that way stream can see, because I don't show my little sidebar of RuneLite at all. So I figured this is the next best thing. Check to see if I got any notifications. Okay, I am throwing my phone onto Do Not Disturb. For 3 hours. Also trying a slightly different music playlist this time around. This is more of an indie rock one, and then it's going to go into, or indie pop, I think is what it actually is. And then it's going to go into a rock playlist and then just into ambient stuff to be chill for the rest of the night. So this will be fun. We get to explore some DMCA free music. By the way, if anybody ever has some like DMCA free suggestions, definitely throw them my way. I just have to very specifically state that they have to be DMCA free, because YouTube cracks down on that, and pretty strictly as well. So I would rather not to get banned. I'd rather not get banned. That's the problem with having a robot be the moderator, or have a robot be the one that scans the content, is that robots are really good at catching things that humans would normally let slide. So things that are coming out that I'm really excited about, Persona 5 Royal just had a PC release, and a Switch release, and an Xbox release. So I have it downloaded on my computer, and I'm probably going to be playing through that game casually, just because I don't feel like that's a good stream game for me. I'm not normally really big into JRPGs, so that's not like a big stream game for me, but it is a game that I do enjoy and I'll probably play personally. But coming out very soon that I will be streaming is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm going to try and do a blind Nuzlocke of it when it comes out. So we'll see how that goes. I'd like to think I'm not bad at Pokemon, but I'm not good either. So it'll be a very mediocre playthrough. That's what I can promise. A very mediocre Nuzlocke that may not work. Unless it's unless this game ends up being as easy as Sword and Shield. Then in that case, I could probably blind Nuzlocke it with no problem. All right, got the cat appeased. Time to do some winter tot. We're not gonna leave here until we've got a grown cat. So 3 hours, basically. I'm into this. I'm really into this playlist. This is a good playlist. Hi, Endor. What's up? Hope you're having a good day. Got some antibiotics to combat your sickness? Good. You've been sick for a while. I'm happy you finally are getting some medicine for it. I want to see you healthy and happy. Take your meds. 3 weeks? Man. That's crazy. That's a while to be sick. If it's viral, fungal, or parasitic. Yeah, true. If it is one of those three, the antibiotics won't do much. But I mean, at least the doctors are doing something to try and figure out what's going on. I mean, from what I just saw on Discord, based on your status, because that's really how I've known you've been sick, is just your status in Discord hasn't changed. It sounds like it's just a but it sounds like it's a version of bronchitis, which would be a bacteria. So I don't think antibiotics would be that far of a shout. But that's just based on literally the status that I see under your name in Discord. So I could be completely off the mark. I just know that when I had bronchitis, they gave me antibiotics. And cough syrup. It did not taste good. I mean, cough syrup isn't supposed to taste good for a reason, but man. Stepdad also said bronchitis. I mean, bronchitis really is just anything that goes on here that is bacteria related. It doesn't even have to be bacteria related. If you strain your voice, a doctor will call that bronchitis. It's a much broader term than I had initially expected. At least that's what the doctor that gave me my bronchitis medication was telling me. So, who knows if he was just saying that to oversimplify things for someone who doesn't know medical stuff, or if there's actually some truth to that. You know, Blucky's is marketed on its bad taste. It was your favorite cough medicine as a kid. Way better than the grape-flavored ones. Grape-flavored medicine is always bad. It's always a bad time. Also, Bluckley, I don't think is, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know if that's in America. If it is in America, it's not in the part of America where I've lived. Buckley? Yeah, I think, I can't remember the kind of cough syrup that we had. Also, that's wild that it is advertising itself based on, hey, we taste bad. Well, what a genius marketing play. Oh, your kids will hate us. Buy it. It tastes awful and it works. Oh my god. Oh, whoever marketed that was a freaking genius. It transitioned to it works and eventually to worth it. Okay. Worth it is good. Worth it's really good. It kind of reminds me of the whole Alka-Seltzer thing where they had a really hard time marketing Alka-Seltzer until they came out with Plop Plop Fizz Fizz. And then because they did Plop Plop Fizz Fizz, everybody started like doing 2 Alka-Seltzer tablets when they were only supposed to do 1, so they ended up having to make the Alka-Seltzer tablets have strength. What a wild marketing adventure Alka-Seltzer has gone through. Someone seemingly decided that maybe we'd sell better if we didn't say it tastes awful. I mean, on one hand, that is true, but on the other hand, I do love how brutally honest that is. I do love how they just don't pull punches on that. It's very funny. Brutal honesty is what you want from medicine. I mean, yeah, it's not there to make, I mean, it is there to make you feel better, but it isn't there to, no, I guess I don't know. Maybe having like cushy, happy marketing for medicine is a good idea because it is ultimately designed to make you feel better. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that initially, and then I realized that it was not a good comparison. So I'll just back off of that one. Medicine is not there to make you feel better. That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, wait, hold on. That is its sole purpose is to make you feel better. It's there to heal, not to comfort. That's it. That's the good one. That's what it is. There to heal, not to comfort. That's exactly where my mind was, but couldn't put into words. Thank you, Endorb. God, look at this XP per hour. Over 300k. I mean, it's rapidly dropping, and it's going to because we're not making any fire making XP. But I believe last time I was getting around 270k XP per hour once I got a few rounds in. So we'll see if we can get that kind of XP rate tonight. How far am I from 85? I'll definitely be getting it this trip. I think that's like 3 kills until I get 85 fire making, so that will make it go even faster. According to the wiki, which always overestimates the amount of XP per hour that you get, once I hit level 90 fire making, I will be running around 290k XP per hour. Supposedly. We'll see how that actually works out. I think it'll be more like 287, 288k. Even still, that's like that still is an insanely high amount of XP per hour, and we only have 9.8 mil XP to go. So I think finishing 99 fire making this week is not as far-fetched of a goal as I thought it was. I just have to make sure that I keep actively grinding it. Maybe I won't just do it until 3 hours then. Maybe I'll grow a couple cats. Uh-oh. That could have been bad. So normally this spot here isn't supposed to be hit by the AoE, because the way the AoE attack works is that it has to be centered on a specific point that does not have a wall immediately next to it. So this square here has a wall right here, and the brazier also counts as a wall. In fact, all of these squares around here, it cannot have an AoE attack centered on it because of the brazier. But the reason why that particular AoE attack hit the specific place that I'm in is because someone was standing here. And either it was someone who intentionally stood there to grief, or it was someone who just unlucky, wrong place, wrong time, happened to get targeted by the Winter Tots attacks. Though I will say I have been looking at the minimap and it does look like that someone was griefing. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't do it too much because it just gets annoying. But we'll see. Somehow the game thinks I'm surrounded by walls on all four sides. Wait, where do they stand to grief? Right here. No, sorry, not right there. Right here. This is not an invitation to come grief. Because this has this has an entire circle of open spaces around it. One tile away is optimal fletching though, so maybe it was that. Maybe. That could be... One tile away is What do you mean by optimal fletching? Because normally when I fletch, I just do it back here because this is the safest spot. Because there is no way an AoE attack can hit you in that spot. So they can get the braziers when they unlight. Oh, right. Okay, that's fair. Even then, I'd still think like being right on top of the brazier would be better. No, because then it could explode. Okay, no, that does make sense. Well, if they're gonna do that, then they better not stand out in the middle of everything. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. I normally don't fletch here, but that is a very good point for why to fletch not in that little safety hole. I mean, this is just nice to chop logs. People moment, yeah. Okay. This looks like this is going to be a pretty high kill trip. Call me Ray Navarez Jr. because I'm going cakeless. It's the worst joke. It's the worst joke I've made. I love Ray. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Ray. But man, that was a bad joke. Clean up a little bit here between rounds. My desk is a mess. I need to take out trash. You had 70 Hunter? Nice, nice. When Song of the Elves happening? That was the last skill, right? Oh, Herbler. Okay. Well, if you push to 80 Hunter, you could do Herbivore. Got 50k Herb XP bank, so you need to bank another 120k. Then Con is only 58, but you have the Teaks banked. Then Mining and Smithing are both easy. Smithing's already banked. Okay, so you're still quite a ways away then. Are you doing like construction in the house, or are you doing mahogany homes for construction? I mean, going through the bank is still gonna take like mahogany homes. Yeah, that's still gonna take like 15 hours. Homes is nice. Homes is how I'm going to be training construction on this account. 2.2k teak logs, and you only need like 1.5k. Oh, nice. Mine will take 14 hours in MLM. Yeah. So you're there in terms of resources, but time is going to take. That's going to be the hardest part. Honestly, I really don't like mining. That might be the last 99 I get on this account. Might be the last 99 I get on Call Me Freak too. I just can't stomach mining. It's too boring to me. And that's saying something. Because there are a lot of parts of this game that are definitely boring. You're gonna MLM it, so you'll probably just so you can get Prospector. I think you need Prospector for a diary anyway, so it is worth doing MLM for this grind. Yeah, you need full Prospector for the Thalador diary. So it is worth doing. Just sucks that it takes so long. I'm really into this playlist. We're definitely going to be doing this one again. This is very similar to the kind of style of music that I normally like to listen to outside of stream. Not one for one, but it's close. You'll find some way to spice up mining. I mean, there is Blast Mine. I may as well do that especially whenever I start doing the Chambers of Xeric CM grinds, because you get a lot of dynamite from doing challenge mode raids at Chambers of Xeric, and I'm getting a lot of dynamite from Wintertot, so I won't have a reason not to do Blast Mine whenever I get that unlocked. I just have never done it before, so I don't know how good it actually is. Is grinding to get the D pick? You don't even get D pick from mining. You get that from wildy bosses, or I guess KQ here pretty soon. Honestly, one part of me is very disappointed that they're taking the dragon pickaxe out of the wilderness, but on the other hand, I'm very happy I don't have to worry about that on this account. I just have to worry about getting blue gem from TOA, and then I can start sending KQ. Oh, exactly. That's it. Gotcha. I gotcha. They also might be adding it to Blast Mine. I would vote no to that in a heartbeat. Just gonna be real with you. You get the Dragon Harpoon from Worms. You get the Dragon Axe from Rex. Why would you get the Dragon Pickaxe from a skilling activity? Because, like, even Wintertot and Temperos are bosses. They're skilling bosses, but they are still bosses. And they have a significantly rarer chance to drop the Dragon Harpoon and Axe. I don't understand why Blast Mine would allow the Dragon Pickaxe to be obtainable there. That, to me, just flat doesn't make sense. It needs to be done by killing an enemy. I wouldn't be opposed to them adding it to Zalcano's drop table, to be honest. But I am okay with KQ. I think KQ is a good choice because it already has a weirdly similar drop table to a lot of the wildy bosses. Like, if you compare Calcite Queen and a lot of like Venenatus and Callisto, they have really similar drop tables. It's very strange. I think it has to do with the fact that they were added into the game at around the same time. I actually think KQ got added first, if I got my dates correct. I could be wrong on that. Zalcano's no good for the D pick. It would make more sense than Blast Mine in my head. Zalcano wouldn't be good because the Crystal Tool Seed. That's really the only reason why. If the Crystal Tool Seed didn't drop from Zalcano, I'm pretty sure that'd be a no-brainer pick. It's not that late game. Oh god. Oh god. Nightbot did not like that. KQ was like the second boss out of the game after KBD. Okay, wow. I knew it was early. I didn't think it was that early. Okay. What'd you even say? I gotta see now. Oh, it was the question marks. It was the spammed question marks. Also, I just realized I'm not even looking at live chat. There we go. 2004? Dang, I think that's before I think that's even before like RuneScape 2. That's crazy. KQ was the hardest boss until Jad came out. Okay. Crap, I forget when RS2 came out. Cause that had to have been around the same time, right? Because the game came out initially in 2001, but I can never remember how long Classic lasted. When did Legends Quest come out? Because that was the last quest for RuneScape, RuneScape 1. March 29th, 2004? That's a good guess if you got it right. It's a bad idea to play games while you render videos. Yeah, rendering kind of does seize up all functions of your computer. It's a very hungry process. It looks like your computer and goes, I am the captain now. And all you can do is just say, yes, sir. KQ came out 6 months after RS2. Okay. And then Barrows, I think, came out before Jad, right? Takes, like, no GPU, but taking half your CPU. Interesting. Barrows came out after Jad? Okay. What was Barrows, like 06? Why am I asking? I could just look it up. Uh, 2005. May 9th, 2005 is when Barrows came out. Then when did Jad come out? October 4th, 2005. Okay, yeah, no, so Barrows did come out earlier. Yeah, because I thought that, like, Carol's was a really, really good option to do Jad right from the start. That would make sense. Crystal Bow used to be insanely good at Jad too. One of my buddies who actually got a fire cape back in the day, I was nowhere near good enough to get a fire cape back in the day. Let's be clear. My first fire cape I got 2 years ago. So I'm really bad at this game. Or at least I used to be really bad at this game. Gauntlet has whipped me into shape. But I remember one of my buddies telling me a strategy, how when people would go to do fight cave attempts back in the day, they would bring in 2 crystal bows because there was no way to check the amount of charges that a crystal bow had, and they didn't want to run into a situation where they ran out of charges mid-fight. So they would just bring 2 just in case. They'd bring 1 for the caves and 1 for Jad. Which is a really funny strategy. I actually have a Jad task right now on the Iron. I've been trying to find a good opportunity to send it. I might send it tomorrow before a stream. Imagine not being able to see how many charges something has left. RuneScape, man. RuneScape was an old game. That's all I can say. That's the only defense that I have, is that it's just such an old game that they didn't think of it. Picks up your IRL flashlight. Well, I mean, when you're looking at IRL stuff, it's harder. But if you're looking at something that very clearly has a stored value that could be displayed in the game, there's less wiggle room there. There's a little less room for forgiveness. Just a little, though. I haven't had to use a single bite of cake yet. None of the winter crot, or none of the winter crot, what? None of the winter tots so far have been like hyper aggressive. This one might prove me wrong, but we'll see. I mean, I'm okay with this. If winter tot wants to chill out, I'll be okay with that. That'll make stream really, really easy. So recently, Lunar got me into Owl House. She tried getting me into it a few months ago. I watched like the first 13 episodes of the first season and like I wasn't really into it just because that show moves very, very slowly at first. But yesterday, just kind of on a whim, we decided to finish the season, or at least watch a little more. We ended up finishing season 1. And I've got such bad brain rot for that show right now. I desperately want to keep watching it and get into season 2 because I have so many theories that I know get revealed in season 2 on whether or not they are correct. But I haven't had the chance to. We're going to be watching it on Wednesday, and I really hope that we get to watch a whole bunch. What's your favorite Owl House character? That's tough because they're all so good. I really like Gus. I think Gus might be my favorite. He's just a goofy kid and I really, really like him. Willow is also great as well. I like what Amity and Luz have, but I do think that Amity still needs to go through a bit of a redemption arc before I can really start liking her. Luz I love, but not my favorite. It's just, I don't know, the main character sometimes isn't my favorite. I understand the appeal of them, but there are other characters that kind of draw me a little bit more. But we'll see, because there's another character that I know his name and I know his face. It's a hunter. He hasn't shown up yet in the show, but I know he exists. And I haven't met him yet, so he could become my favorite, but I just haven't had the chance to see yet. Your favorite character is Luz followed by Ida? I do like Ida a lot. Ida is very good. I'm curious to see what King will end up becoming, because I can tell that he has some crazy stuff that is going to be happening to him that just hasn't been revealed yet, because it's kind of being played off as a joke. But I do really think that King is going to have some crazy stuff happen to him. Of course, nobody say anything. I haven't seen it. I do plan on seeing it. Nobody say anything. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just talking through my own ideas. Might be mishearing, but say Luz again. Luz. It's not Luis. It's Luz. L-U-Z is how they spell it on the show. I think I pronounced the Z more. I think in the show they pronounce it more like loose. But, yeah. I don't know, I just see the Z and the Z hits me. Now, if you haven't seen Owl House, I highly recommend it. Very, very good show. On the same token, if you haven't seen Amphibia, definitely see Amphibia. It is one of my top 3 favorite shows. In fact, it is number 2. Number 1 for me is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Nothing can dethrone that show. It's got the nostalgia factor with me, as well as being just a damn good show. But, yeah. Amphibia took second place, and very, very firmly took second place. Third place right now for me is Gravity Falls. and like, yeah, that entire like group of creative people just have me. They just have me. They can do whatever they want. You see the Z and the Z hits me. Someone discussing the best and worst Dragon Ball series. Serious question, is Avatar an anime? It is done in an anime style, but I also have to like, because it is done in that style, I consider it an anime, but I do know that there is a major point of contention between whether or not an anime is just a cartoon done in that style or if it's a cartoon that is from Japan. So if we're talking, is it a cartoon from Japan? Obviously not. But if we're talking about a cartoon done in that style, then yes, I would consider it an anime. You pass? Okay. Japanese people don't consider the nation of origin when calling them anime, so Avatar is anime. In fact, it's a shonen. I do agree it is a shonen. Because, like, it's just defined things that are with... Hold on, let me think through my thought here really quick. Because I feel like a lot of terms that are used in writing and animation, especially in cartoons, they just have it defined, or they are defined in Japanese, or they have a name in Japanese. Like being whisked away to a magical world is an isekai. And, you know, I may have seen a couple of things like that, or I may have played a couple of games like that. Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is an isekai, and I never knew what an isekai was, and I didn't even think of considering it an isekai until I learned that was just a term with Japanese cartoons. Same with shonen. Like, I've known shonens. I love shonens. I think Legend of Zelda could be considered a shonen, depending on who you ask. But I've never really known what a shonen is until actually fairly recently. So I feel like a lot of people kind of get hung up on which place has an actual defined term for that type of thing that happens in a show, but I don't think that means they lay claim to it, or they could say it's like, oh, if it's not from Japan, it's not this. I don't know. I could be going off on a bit of a tangent there. I've always thought that like only animes are from Japan is kind of a disingenuous argument. The Lion Witch of the Wardrobe, that is an isekai. That is an isekai. Absolutely is. I will die on that hill. It's because I know Aslan has my back. It's been a while since I've actually seen that movie or read those books. C.S. Lewis is an interesting author. Like how strongly some people react when you call American or British classical literature isekais. Exactly. Like, it's just the definition of a type of literary technique or story writing technique. But no one culture has claim to that kind of thing. Man, I went through 6 crates before I had to eat any food. Oh man, I might end up having to go bank early because I run out of space for logs. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is an isekai plotline. I don't know what Bedknobs and Broomsticks is. I've not heard of that. Wouldn't Peter Pan be considered an isekai? Hold on, I need to send Lunar a message just so that way she knows what kind of crazy conversations we're having on stream right now. Give me just a second. Hey, I got a question for you. It's important to my stream. Is Peter Pan an isekai? I cannot wait for her to read that. I cannot wait. We're doing blasphemy tonight. We are being blasphemous tonight. There is no wrong, there is only right. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is that category of classic British World War II movies like Sound of Music and Mary Poppins. Oh, okay. Was Mary Poppins World War II? I guess that does make sense, yeah. I know Sound of Music for sure was. Mary Poppins, I thought... No, yeah, that is World War II. For some reason, I was thinking initially World War I, but that wouldn't make sense. Or would it? I don't know. I'm going crazy. Could even be post-war. Hold on, I need to see these DMs. I'm gonna message someone. Okay, I believe I have sparked something, because I just messaged someone who is streaming with Brianna right now, but is not on Do Not Disturb, to tell Brianna to check her DMs. So we will see what kind of storm is about to come down here. Which movie is it where the guy in the bomber sneezes and drops a bomb on a town and the kids and their magical adults have to disarm it? Sword in the Stone. Next question. You gotta open her stream? Oh, please. Oh, please. Nanny McPhee? Possibly. I've never seen Nanny McPhee. I haven't seen a lot of classic movies or shows or stories. I'm a little closeted. Nanny McPhee and the Big Bang? I've never heard of that. I have never heard of that. That sounds insane. It's British, that's why? Okay, that makes sense. I cannot wait for the absolute storm that is about to be my DMs once Lunar finally reads my messages. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so funny. This is gonna be so funny. Yeah, I think we should probably look into like a good DMCA free rock playlist, because I'm really into this. Hell, even now and then I'll like listen to death metal, and I really do enjoy death metal. A good death metal album every now and then is just nice, but not always something I just want to have blasting when I'm like doing winter dot. Because there's a couple of DMCA free metal bands. I'm pretty sure they're DMCA free. I'd have to double check actually, because now that I'm talking about it, I'm realizing I've only ever heard them on Twitch streams. So I don't know if that is actually fair use, or if it's just Twitch not enforcing their rules. Your computer did not like opening a second live stream? Look on your phone. Yeah, Lunar's right now playing Monster Road Trip. This is a new installment in the Monster Camp series or Monster Prom series. But you're playing game on your phone? Fair enough. And so she and a few friends are playing that right now, and I hope they have a lot of fun with it. That's a game that I don't really necessarily have a lot of fun with. I don't like dating sims that much. It's just me. I've always kind of just thought at a certain point they get a little bit boring, and I just want to like text mash through everything. So especially whenever people are going through like reading every line, I get so uninvested so quick. Monster Road Trip is gonna be so good, but you want to play with your friends so you can't watch Lunar stream. Fair enough, fair enough. I hope it's fun. I hope it's a ton of fun. Do I get out the meme for that again? If you would like. You can post it in the Discord. You got a showdown stream? Okay, I'll show it between rounds. She's responded. Okay, she just said yes. Dang it, I was hoping that it would be a much bigger reaction. At least she's agreeing. That either means that she's too tired to deal with that question right now, or she is completely acknowledging that it is an isekai, that Peter Pan is an isekai. On stream, they all just kind of agreed sagely and moved on. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I gotta think of something else. I gotta think of something else to derail their campaign, or derail their monster road trip. Someone you didn't hear who thought they had to die to be an isekai and got corrected. No, you don't have to die to be an isekai. You just have to be whisked away to another world. I'm surprised my XP per hour isn't as high. I thought it'd be a bit higher right now. Especially since I just broke 85 fire making. Also, I completely missed when that happened, and I believe we've already gained like 100k XP. When did that happen? That was a construction level. Oh, wow. That was like 4 kills ago. I completely missed that. You know what show I haven't seen in a while, but I really should watch again? Doctor Who. I haven't seen Doctor Who in a minute. I watched it a lot when David Tennant was the Doctor. Matt Smith, I did kind of like. I fell off, though, after Amy and Rory. But I did have a lot of fun with Doctor Who when that was airing. Most recent Doctor is garbage. She's just regenerated. Like the Doctor that she just regenerated from, or the Doctor that she just regenerated to? Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi are good. I haven't seen any Capaldi. I just heard he's the crotchety old man, which, I mean, I like that in the Doctor. The one who just left is Garbo? Okay. That was the one after Capaldi, or was there one between Capaldi and her? Also, who's the new Doctor? After Capaldi? Okay. So I'm not that behind. Just 2 Doctors. She hasn't quite made it all the way to the new guy yet? Gotcha, gotcha. Someone on Twitter explained the problem with the last Doctor was they never let the villains actually succeed to any degree, which made the plots feel a lot flatter than the last couple Doctors runs. That's a really good criticism, because things went horribly wrong for David Tennant and Matt Smith. Like, the Daleks almost won with David Tennant. The new one will be the black guy from the show Sex Education. I am not familiar with Sex Education, but that'll be interesting to see. As someone who hasn't seen the show, you assume they're correct? Okay. You can't remember his name? Gotcha. I gotta throw a hot take here about Doctor Who. I did not like Rose. I really did not like Rose Tyler. I thought she was one of the worst companions that has ever been on Doctor Who. I just could not stand her. I really like Donna. City. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, so I'm not even gonna try. People liked Rose. You thought they just tolerated her? I've seen some people who like genuinely really love and defend Rose. That's the average British view? Okay. I mean, like, she was fine, but it seemed like they really hyped her up way more than necessary. Especially with all, like, the Bad Wolf stuff. I kind of felt like any other character but Rose would have been better as Bad Wolf. Kinda hope this Doc's companion is also black just to really rile the racists. Yeah, that's... I'm sure that the initial reception is not good just because of that fact, which really sucks. They should be at least give them a chance. I think it's just because she started New Who off. That makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. They love the fact that he's black? Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Hell yes. Let's get some positivity in here. I like being proven wrong about something like that. I love being proven wrong about that kind of stuff. Means that my cold, dead heart can have something to hope for again. Of course, there's some people... I mean, they're going to be anywhere. I remember a lot of people getting really pissed off that the Doctor was going to be a woman. And I was just like, get over yourselves. Yeah, it really is just a very small minority of people that do generally speak out about it. It's just the fact that they speak out so loudly that it really feels like it's everywhere, which is just bad on the mental. Victim of bad writing she was? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter how good of an actor you are if you can't. If you're given a bad script, there's not really a whole lot you can do about that. But the idea of a female doctor weirder than a black doctor, given the lore of regeneration. Do they not switch? Do they not switch genders or sexes between regenerations? I thought they could. Men generally regenerate randomly, then female can choose. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was just kind of luck of the draw both ways. But also, like, who cares? Yeah, exactly. No, I literally thought it's just they rolled the genetic lottery 12 times and then poof. Some people have more power over it, blah, blah, blah. The master, something like that. I really like the master. On one hand, I kind of hope that they do more with him, or that they would do more with him in the show. But on the other hand, I do think that it works best if he died with David Tennant's doctor dying, because that just is a nice little bow on David Tennant and his entire arc. Master's apparently cracked crazy at controlling his regens. I mean, it makes sense. More than 12 times now because they didn't want to end the show because of some random thing that came up once like 50 years ago. Yeah, they did a retcon there for sure. Peter Capaldi's storyline is great for Master, so he does come back. Okay. We'll see then. We'll see then. It's more than 12 because he was given more and they haven't mentioned the number. I thought that when they revealed that he was given more regenerations, that he got like a full new set of 12 regenerations or 13 regenerations, whatever the normal number is. Then again, I could be wrong on that because I haven't actually seen that episode, so take my word with a grain of salt. It's been a long time since I've watched Doctor Who. And the only reason why I feel so comfortable freely sharing spoilers like I am right now is just because, first off, that show's been out for like a while now at this point. And to where if you haven't seen it, you've just been actively avoiding it. And I've only ever seen the first 3 Doctors. And I haven't even seen the finish of the 3rd Doctor. So I don't feel super bad with talking openly about that. He said he wasn't sure himself? Oh, okay. There are some real good plots, though? Okay. I think one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes was the one where Rose and David Tennant got stuck on that space station that was way too close to a gigantic black hole that housed, like, the devil or something. I really liked that episode. I don't know why, but I really, really enjoyed that plot. Weeping Angels. Weeping Angels also are such a fantastic villain. I wish they didn't turn so cartoony with the way Matt Smith handled them, but like the first appearance that they had in the show, oh my god, that was so good. Was the Space Titanic Christmas episode? I think that was the first one of season 2? No. 3? I forget who was the companion. I know that was David Tennant. I just forget who the companion was. You love David Tennant and Matt Smith because of how dark and emotionally charged the focus the writing is. I will say, like, the whole "a good man goes to war" thing that Matt Smith had, that did genuinely give me chills when that was running. Like, he actually sometimes killed things? Yeah! But nowadays it's like, oh damn, they just ran away. On to the next one. That's disappointing. Are the Daleks at least, like, a formidable force, or have they faded into obscurity? Because the Daleks, I feel like, are something that are just a Doctor Who staple. Same with the Cybermen. The entire Matt Smith, whenever he had a speech, he was really good.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name
Oh.
of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow
Wait, what?
down below me, bully boys blow. Soon may the weathermen come
To bring us sugar and tea and rum.
One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore.
All right, I'll sing it. I'll sing it with it.
Captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whaling
Off to Temperos? Oh, yeah. May the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat
I actually used to have a little bit of opera training. I initially went to college for music, and one of the classes that I had at music school was a singing class where they taught us a lot of the techniques that opera singers would use. It's been a while since I've practiced it, but I did sing fairly well a few years back.
was freed, the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take
Your music tastes are much less fitting to put on top of the stream.
days or even
Fair enough. If you make it just kind of quiet, I feel like most anything could fit. Most anything. There are obvious exceptions to that rule. Like even video game music, I feel like just putting on a playlist of video game music was a really good thing for stream.
As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the wellerman come.
This is a good cover of this.
Tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the
Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna
Yeah, I think I need to find more rock songs. I'm really digging this playlist choice today. The lo-fi's nice. This is more my style. Oh yeah, this is much more my style.
listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed.
Oh my god, we've officially passed the 25% mark. I only just noticed that. Let's go! We're rolling through this now. Speeding through it. I must accelerate. Or whatever Sonic this says. Sonic the Hedgehog says. Something like that. Actually, speaking of Sonic, I am a little curious to see how Sonic Frontiers is gonna go. Because Lunar showed me a couple of the songs that have been floating around for Sonic that have been like promotional. Good music. Though then again, Sonic has always had really good music. So we'll see if the Fast Hedgehog boy is gonna impress people with Sonic Frontiers. Because I remember it started off like really promising, and then a trailer came out and people were not too into it. But it now seems like the general perception of Sonic Frontiers is pretty good, which is always a little nerve-wracking for a Sonic game. Seeing as the last major Sonic release was Sonic Forces. And that game was... Who that game? Wait, no, Sonic 4 came out more recently, right? I think the last 3D Sonic game was Sonic Forces, I should clarify. So that's how many songs are ERB, types or ciphers. A lot of them are really emotionally intense, sad, bear up my lullaby, winds of the earth through... Oh, okay. Still, I do think that that could have a place on stream. It just depends on how well it fits the general, like... Because you could have a happy song with sad lyrics. I think many rock artists have proven that you can have a very happy song, happy sounding song with very sad, depressing lyrics. And not even a happy song, just a more upbeat sounding song. Like Mr. Brightside. I feel like that's a really happy sounding song that has some like kind of depressing lyrics. I'm actually kind of curious if any of Ninja Sex Party or Twerp is DMCA safe. If it is, I would be 100% down to play some of that on stream. Okay, looks like we're on the ambient stuff now. Man, The Rock was short-lived, but I did love it so much. Or Scorned, that's a surprisingly common theme in your playlist, but you still always saw your back to me while I was always singing, while I was always second best to everything. That's a similar kind of vibe to You're Gonna Go Far Kid by The Offspring. I think that works extremely well. Cause like stream music isn't necessarily going to be something that people are going to hyperanalyze the lyrics as the song goes on. It's just something that's on in the background that the streamer enjoys and that chat enjoys, that just kind of has a nice background mood to fill the silences whenever I can't think of anything to say. At least that's kind of how I view it. Just keep posting lyrics of song in your phone. I'd be 100% down to like get a whole bunch of sea shanties together for Temperos. I feel like that'd just be a ton of fun to do Temperos and sea shanties the entire time. Or something that like heavily features a concertina or something like that. So I feel like concertinas or that accordion type sound is very common in sea shanty pirate music. I'm gonna have to pet my cat soon. Oh, I just noticed the meme. I'll go ahead and post it up here in a second. My bad. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, is it like grunge style? Because I feel like grunge and like punk rock have very similar style of lyrics to that. And it fits extremely well, just because that's what those types of genres are about. Oh boy, I'm running out of inventory space fast. So far, it hasn't impacted my ability to finish a round, though. So I think I'm, like, in a really, really good spot. At least points-wise. This has been an absolutely insane trip, though. Yep, there's a hungry kitty. It is most likely going to demand pets here pretty soon. Okay, this is kind of not matching the type of vibe that I want. So we are going to go ahead, clear out the queue, and we are going to find a different playlist. There's a hype tracks one. Yeah, we can try the hype tracks. See how that one goes. See how that one feels. Just in anticipation of this, I'm going to stroke that cat. I'm going to download this image very fast. Save image. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Cat loves to be stroked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get rid of this. Remove. Yes. Add. Image. Yes. Okay, cool. Browse. Image. Yes, yes. Boom. This is me when it comes to dating sims. I just can't, they just don't hold my attention. I'm just real bad at dating sims, man. I don't know what to say. I can't speedrun dating sims. I just can't read. I don't know how. I forgot. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. And visual novels. I can do visual novels. I do like me a good manga. Oh wait, no, visual novel in terms of like, okay, never mind, hold on. I got confused on what a visual novel is. I like comics. I like comics and I like graphic novels and manga. Visual novels I have trouble with. Got my definitions mixed up there. I thought visual novel and graphic novel were the same. I apologize. That's on me. Barely more interactive than a book. That's being generous. At least with a book, you turn pages. I'm being mean. I can't say that. I'd say clicking is about as interactive as turning a page, especially when you factor in the word count between clicks versus between page turns. You know, that's a fair point. And I can't say much because literally all this game is clicking. So I'm just taking a jab at a visual novel because I'm not a big fan of them. And that's my issue. That one's on me. Hello! Welcome, Javiz. All games are just hitting buttons and maybe pointing sticks or moving an object across a few inches of space. I mean, if you simplify it down to that level, yeah, you're true. You're very valid on that one. Unless you're looking at like an RTS, like StarCraft or something, those are very involved. There's a lot of buttons to push on that one. But what about your VR games? Shut up, you hypothetical person. I have a VR headset. I haven't used it in a while. I need to. Need to justify the cost of how much that thing was. Do you know how to get a looting bag? There are two ways. The first way is you could just kill things in the wilderness and eventually they'll drop them. And it's anything in the wilderness. You can kill any mob and it will eventually drop a looting bag. The rarity just scales based on the level of thing that you're killing. The second, much more reliable way is last man standing. Do a couple rounds of LMS, get a couple kills on some bots or something, and you can get a looting bag for like a couple points. If I were to get a looting bag right now, it would be through LMS. With that being said, LMS is difficult and can be tilting, just because PvP is always harder than PvM. So just keep that in mind. Worst case scenario, just bolt rag them. Just stick with your crossbow bolts and just keep shooting the bolts at them until they go down. Or if you have identified that what you're fighting is a bot, throw on the ancient staff and just staff bash it, because it will never go off of prey mage. Can we buy a looting bag in Grand Exchange? I don't think so. That could have changed, but I don't believe so. You can buy it? Okay, then listen to Alex. You can buy a ticket thing? Okay. I knew that was the thing for the rune pouch. I wasn't sure if that was the thing for the looting bag. How much is it? Let's find out. Oh, it's like 50k. Not even. It's 45k. That's not that bad. It's called a looting bag note. And you have to exchange that to someone. I don't know who. But if you take that and exchange it to someone, they will give you a looting bag. I can't remember, though, if it's like one of the Grand Exchange clerks or if it's actually someone in Ferox. You will check? Go for it. I had no idea that they made looting bags tradable. Or at least the note tradable. I knew that they did that with rune pouches, and that's kind of why I didn't give such a committal answer to that one. But, makes sense. It's kind of smart. I just always think of things in the Iron Man mindset. I always forget about the GE. Playing this game as an Iron Man for over a year definitely skews your perspective of how things work. All right, we're finally out of cakes. Dang, we got 330k XP just this trip. Some good XP per hour, man. This boss is actually like ridiculous. God, I have so many crates in my inventory. It's a little ridiculous. Guess we can't buy it on the GE. You can buy a looting bag note. And the note is something that you use to exchange for a looting bag. The rune pouch is the exact same way. You can buy a rune pouch note and then exchange it to an NPC for an actual rune pouch. Oh. Helps if I can spell. Yeah, okay, all you have to do is use it on a banker. Here, plug this exact way that I'm typing it. Plug that into the Grand Exchange, and you will find it. Exactly as I typed it with the spaces. And when I checked my little Grand Exchange plugin on RuneLight, it did show that it was going for about 44k, like 44.3k. So if you got 50k to drop on it, go for it, but it's also only 1 point at last man standing. So if you can kill a bot, or if you can manage to get 1 kill at last man standing, then you can save money. Just ultimately depends on whether or not you're willing to put in the time for last man standing, that is a genuine debate to have. It says no matches found. Look up just looting. Look up just the word looting. You say you can go to Wilderness, right? Oh, wait, yeah, are you free to play? That is an important thing to note. It is a members only item. Good shout, Alex. Good shout. I didn't consider that. Yep, that's it. Well, there's an incentive to get members. I always recommend people play members with this game. Free to play is nice, but the game really, really starts to open up once you actually have membership. Now, of course, I understand it does cost money, so don't feel obligated to do it, but the difference between old school as a free-to-play game and old school as a pay-to-play game is night and day. It's like a completely different game. You get to fight this boss on members. What a selling point. You get to fight the Winter Tot. The most reclined easy boss that I've ever fought in this game. I need to not talk this much crap because I'm going to start getting cocky and then I'm going to make a mistake and die. I need to actually cool myself off a little bit here. Is there like a 3 months membership? There is, yeah. It's like a 3 for 25 US dollars. Yeah. There's a 1 month, there's a 3 month, and there's a 1 year. I normally do the 1 year. I'm curious, what do you want the looting bag for? It's only useful in the wilderness. Is there a wildy mob that you're trying to farm? Like green dragons? Gotta make variants of all my guides using only F2P content. It's literally gonna be the most boring linear guide ever. It's do this at this level, do this at this level, do this at this level, and then continue doing it to 99. I don't think that's necessarily good content, at least in my opinion. It's just really, really simple. Because I think the highest level tree that you can cut as a free-to-play member is you, but the second best tree that you can cut as a free-to-play is Willow. So the 99 woodcutting guide for free-to-play is trees until 15, oaks until 30, willows until 70, yews until you're done. And it's, yeah. I mean, of course, you could probably like talk about level differences and like where to get rune axes and stuff as a free-to-play member, which I don't really think there is a place that you can get a rune axe legitimately. Legitimately as in not Grand Exchange, the Iron Man way. I don't think there's a way to get a rune axe on a free-to-play account as an Iron Man. I think you can only get it through the Grand Exchange. Huh. That's interesting. Things to think about for later. Isn't that what my guides do? A little bit, except the thieving guide has 3 separate methods to go to the level 99 once you hit level 50 thieving. Because I talk about blackjacking, I talk about Arty Knights, and I talk about pyramid plunder. Fire making was that, because it's literally just line fire make to level 50, winter tot to 99. So that one I can't say too much about. But there is some variance that you get as a member just because you get more things available to you and you get to make a choice on whether or not you want to have like the best XP with a lot of focus, or if you want some like good XP with minimal focus, or like decent XP that's dead AFK. And you get to make those decisions as a member, whereas as a free-to-play account you only have one decision. And it's, do you want to or not? I am running out of inventory space. Let's see if I can do this with 10 inventory spots. I feel like a UIM right now. Your video finished rendering? Nice. What video was it? Once you upload it, I'll send people that way. Time to upload this VOD for the 3rd or 4th time? Do it. Go for it. Celeste B-sides. Oh, okay. Well, let me know once it's... Come on, come on. Whew, that was scary. Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Have we returned? Hello, are we back? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Hello. That was terrifying. I am back? Okay, good. Oh my god, my internet. Oh, my internet cannot do that. Oh, that was spooky. That was, I could have genuinely died during that. There was about a period of 2 or so minutes where I was stuck in one spot, and that, not 2 minutes, but like 30 seconds I was stuck in one spot. If I had gotten really bad RNG and had just been included in an AoE attack or the brazier breaking and just getting unlucky with cold damage, that could have killed the account. Oh my god, I'm awake now. That was a heart attack I would rather have not had. Yikes, yikes, yikes. You wonder what percent of hardcores die to technical issues like that? I would say easily 50. Like, it's such a common issue. Come on, come on. Get that last login. Let's go. Still got 500 points. I still get credit for the kill. Yeah, but like it's a really high percentage of hardcores that die to stupid stuff like that. It's really unfortunate. That's like the most common way high level hardcores die. How much longer do I expect to stream for? Like an hour or so. Okay, let's go ahead and appease the cat. Cat has been appeased. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and check the crates. Hopefully I get rewarded for that. Ooh, I did get rewarded. Okay, so Torstall seeds. These are the highest tier herb seeds. This means that I rolled a Bruma Torch. Because if you roll a Bruma Torch, but you already have 3 in your possession, it will either give you a magic seed or will give you Torstall seeds. So this means I rolled a Bruma Torch. Okay. Run out of inventory space. The Toadflax seeds are super nice. Let's go ahead and dump some of what we have. God, I'm really happy about those Torstall seeds. That's going to be super useful. Banana tree seeds and acorns. We can just get rid of these. Fun fact, this sound effect here, that is the same sound effect that Tstock Jad uses for his magic attack. So we will be hearing that in the future in a much scarier context. 14 magic logs, that's really good. More Toadflax. I always love the Toadflax. Okay, so the Torstalls were the best part of that entire drop. Okay, let's get some more cake. And get some more kills. We're missing out on 1 kill. That's okay. Our XP per hour is going to suffer for it. Whatever. Don't appease the cat. Appeasement doesn't work. But I gave it a ball of wool. It was going to run away if I didn't. Your video won't be up by then? Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Alright, while this is loading up here, just gonna check into a couple things. Okay, I just checked my watch hours. I have 162 watch hours on my channel now. That's super high. Oh my god. This channel is growing a lot faster than I am expecting, and it's not gonna lie, it's super intimidating. But yeah, that 162 public watch hours is pretty huge. That's insane. So in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to meet 2 metrics. You have to get 1,000 subscribers, but you also have to get 4,000 public watch hours, meaning that of all of your content that has been produced, unless it is on the shorts feed, the total amount of time for every user watching contributes to your public watch hours. So right now I have 162 public watch hours that are valid for YouTube monetization. I think in total I actually have a bit of a higher number. I have 333 watch hours when you consider all the time my videos have been on the shorts feed. All of humanity has spent nearly 7 days straight watching my videos. Whoa. When you put into perspective like that, that makes me realize just how insanely huge that number is. Oh my goodness. One person has watched spent 7 days straight, right? Yeah, that's it. There's 7 people 24 hours straight. That's more likely. Math gave the streamer an existential crisis. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wow. Yeah, when you put those numbers into that perspective, that is kind of crazy. It's crazy to think that I'm almost hitting that 10% mark. I don't know, it's going to be very big to me once I hit 100 subscribers. Like that's something that I never thought that I'd have this soon. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gotta love F keys. Because of the streams, you've also watched the videos on average of more than once each. That is fair. That is fair. You've technically seen like every single video that I've produced twice. Just because I don't really produce content that's not on stream. The only exception to that are the 99 guides, which I don't know. I feel like that'd be probably a fun thing to quickly record while on stream, just so that you can see my process as I go through it. Twice? Yeah, once on stream and then once when the actual video comes out. Like Outlast. People who saw the Outlast stream and watched the Outlast video has seen the same content twice, presented in a different way. I miss the rock playlist. You have made no YouTube videos that are edits of streams you've made on YouTube, so that's not the metric yet. Fair. Fair. That is a good point. I really ought to edit Trombone Champ into a video. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I had to remind myself what the back 3 back was. I honestly kind of forgot that I had that video. I'm curious to see, like, watching that video versus, maybe not the last Outlast video because it was super choppy footage. But like, comparing that video to the Erdtree Marathon, I'm curious to see how much I've improved between those two videos. Because that video I put out in like February of this year. So it's been like a good 10 months. No, 9 months. 8 months. But it also hasn't been like constant 8 months. So there is that. Maybe a better metric would be like between the Journey video and now. Well, no, because I can't discount the back 3 back video. I did use the same editing techniques during that video. I don't know. Either way, I still think it'd be interesting to watch those two back to back just to see how much different things are. Or how much I've improved between those two videos. A good fifth of that video is, have you seen the show game? Oh yeah. That's always a fun game. That was always a very fun game to play. I always disappoint everybody with my with my answers in that game. And I freaking live for it. It's so funny watching people's reactions to the things that I have and have not seen. Gives me life. Speaking of games, you found actually YouTube channel now. So combining that with the Panda channel you found like last week, you've had so much trivia content to watch. Nice, nice. I just recently discovered that actually show as well. That's the one that College Humor produces, right? Or I don't know if College Humor produces it, but I know a lot of the people from the College Humor crowd are in it. Okay, it is College Humor. Okay. It's super interesting to see how different College Humor was between when my brother was in college versus when I went to college, because it was like entirely different back then, because he graduated in like the early 2010s. So it was like that. He basically went to college when Halo 3 was in its prime. So it's very interesting to see how different the general internet culture was between that time and now. Remember the Tetris God video? I do not. Wow, that is unlucky. 3 AoE attacks at once. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's insane. Wintertot just decided it hated this side. Gonna be hitting 86 here pretty soon. 12-year-old college humor video. I've probably seen it then. I just haven't seen it recently enough to remember it by name. Or remember it by Tetris God. What kind of content was I into back then? That was before Game Grumps. I think that was also before I discovered like Markiplier and PewDiePie. Because Markiplier and PewDiePie definitely was a lot of the kind of content that I enjoyed in high school. I think like I might have been into JonTron and like the normal boot stuff when that was going on. I think that was like my first real exposure to content creators as a concept. Was JonTron, Peanut Butter Gamer, The Completionist, Did You Know Gaming, those people. It's nice to see some of them still doing stuff too. I am not liking the amount of lag that I've been getting. I'm going to heal up just out of safety. If the internet starts getting to be real bad, I might have to do a quick BRB and reset my router. I don't want to take any chances. You never watched PewDiePie, but Markiplier you like more than you did in high school? You remember all these creators? Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is that PewDiePie back then was not super great. He would continuously make a lot of jokes over not super cool things. Like, sometimes it did have to do with like race and stuff like that, but the jokes that really rubbed me the wrong way were about like sexual intercourse of a non-consensual manner, just to not use the specific term on stream because I don't know how chill YouTube is with that. He would make a lot of jokes regarding that topic, and it rubbed a lot of people, including myself, the wrong way. So when Markiplier came around and he was just basically seen as like a much less edgy version of PewDiePie, I went and watched him for quite a bit of time. And then when JonTron and Egoraptor came together and made the Game Grumps, that was like my bread and butter all through high school. I was huge into Game Grumps. PewDiePie is the origin of the heated gamer moment, gamer words, so that's rough. Yeah, it is pretty rough. That happened actually after I faded off of, after I stopped watching him. I remember when he was doing like a lot of the Amnesia, the Dark Descent stuff, and the mods and the custom maps that came with Amnesia. That was like the era that I was watching him and Markiplier. I'll be a hipster. I say I watched Markiplier before Five Nights at Freddy's, which was what really made his popularity take off. Was Five Nights at Freddy's. I watched him far before that series came out, which feels pretty cool to say. Remember when everyone played Amnesia? Yeah, that was a fun time. That was a really fun time. Horror games really did dominate the early 2010s in terms of like content creation and the gaming scene on YouTube. Everybody just liked to see people get scared. Completely respectable. After having played Outlast, which is a game that came out in that era, I totally get it. I totally get why people like it. Well, there are some other like really old content creators. Smosh. Yammy Mash? I don't remember Yammy Mash. Though Yammy does remind me of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. I did watch quite a bit of that. I wonder how well that series has aged. Probably not very well. I probably have much more fond memories of it now than if I had watched it again. I even remember they had like a website for it too. Like there was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.com or whatever it was. And I'd watch like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged movie on it so frequently. Like I probably made up 20 to 25 of those views that video had. And then I discovered Dragon Ball Z Abridged in high school, and I think Dragon Ball Z is one of the main reasons why I like Dragon Ball so much. Or Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I can't remember if I said that. I thought I just said Dragon Ball Z. I'm kind of losing it. making sure I was taking care of my cat. Freaking collaborator with Mark, but he never dedicated enough time and energy to become a full-time content creator. I actually don't remember him. Oh no, I remember who I used to watch a lot of. Sea Nanners. I used to watch a ton of Sea Nanners, especially back with like his Minecraft series. Oh man, great times watching that guy. I'm happy he's still doing stuff. Not as frequently, because he does need to take care of himself. A lot of the reason why he kind of dropped off the face of the planet was because he had to take care of himself mentally through a lot of mental health things. He went into depth on it into like his return video, but I used to watch a lot of his Gmod stuff back in the day. Oh, speaking of Gmod, Gmod animators like Das Bo shit, I watched a ton of that when I was a lot younger. With a Gmod Idiot box. That series is old internet. Never watched the Sea Nanners video? He's funny. He's really genuinely funny. I really liked watching his Golf with Friends videos because all the guests that he had on with him were also very, very good and meshed very well with him. I think like the most prominent guest that he's had on his channel that is still around nowadays to a pretty significant degree is Chilled Chaos. I think Chilled Chaos got a lot of his beginnings from being a part of Sea Nanners stuff. Speaking of Gmod Yogscast, I don't even know Yogscast for Gmod. My first experience with the Yogscast was Shadow of Israfel. That Minecraft series they did, how they went from like a Minecraft tutorial let's play to a giant like overarching storyline and all that stuff. That was cool the way they did that. That was really cool. I wish more people did stuff like that because that was such a cool concept. And then like I kind of faded out of Yogscast for a little bit. And then I got back into them because there was another guy that I watched called William Strife. And I watched him mainly for like Oblivion and Fallout guides of sorts, where he would like go over things in Oblivion or Fallout or just like Bethesda games in general. And then he got pulled into the Yodcast and started doing modded Minecraft with them on that giant server they had in 1.6.4. And so I watched him a lot with the Yogscast series. And then because of that series, I ended up finding another content creator named Ridge Dog. And he is one of my favorite people to have ever been in the Yogscast. He's just an excellent guy to watch. He has a very, very fun perspective on that server. Never watched Israfel, but you love the Tekkit series? Okay. I never watched the Tekkit series. So, Yogscast is just a giant content network. It's insane knowing just how much they've done. They've been around for a very long time. That's another group that I'm kind of happy is still going fairly strong. At least they were going strong the last time I saw them like a year ago. favorite Yogcasters right now are Duncan, Boba, and Osi. I don't know who Boba and Osi are. I haven't really watched too much of Duncan. Oh, I used to watch a lot of Fire UK. That was an interesting one. I actually used to be not the flex, but I used to be a member of Fire UK for a brief time, like right before they faded off into obscurity. But I got to go on to their server and I helped them with a pretty big build. It was like a giant fortified city, and I got to help design one of the drawbridges that was in the city, or at least one of the archways that was by one of the drawbridges. So that was really cool. That was really fun. I did a lot of work with that particular build, and then shortly after that, a lot of stuff ended up going bad between Fire UK and the people who wrote the music for the montages, and then I kind of dropped out of the server and everything once that started to come to a head. I didn't really want to be wrapped up in drama. I don't like getting wrapped up in drama. It's never fun. I would just much rather sit back and have a ton of fun than worry about all sorts of drama that's going on. Sean Bean is actually part of the Yogscast now? No way. Is he really? That's so funny. That's fantastic. Is the same Sean Bean that played, or Sean Bean, wow. Sean Bean that played Boromir in Lord of the Rings, right? I'm thinking of the same guy. There's genuinely yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to see this now. I really need to watch this now. That sounds like such a good time. All right, cat, get over here. I had to go get a refill on my drink. I'll do it after this trip. You don't think it's part of them formally, but he's collaborated with them on a lot of streams. I think it's just wild that Sean Bean is in this space. I didn't think he would be doing YouTube. I mean, not just because he's an actor, but just because he's a little bit older. He's definitely not a part of the generation that is super into streaming and content creation. So just kind of wild to me that he actually does that stuff. I wonder how much he enjoys it compared to acting, which I started to say how much more he enjoys it. That was a major assumption. There's probably pros and cons to both. Pros of acting is that you actually get to become a character. Cons are they probably don't get treated super well, I'd imagine. I think the actors guilds and the unions that they have are in place for a reason. Yogscast is like gamer dads now. Oh my god. Oh, don't say that. That's insane. Like, even Rooster Teeth is starting to get filled with old people, which, Rooster Teeth's been a interesting situation to watch. I don't know. It feels like I have a very minority opinion when it comes to them. But that's also just because I haven't really seen how much things have developed over the past few days. I've been kind of keeping away from that whole drama. Several of the most prominent members are literally fathers. That's crazy. That's so insane. Ben, Tom, Ben, and Raz. There are 2 Bens. Like, all the Yogscast members that I'm super familiar with are members that were only with them very temporarily. So I don't know a lot of the members by name. I've never really been super huge into Yogscast, just very specific things that they've done. Like, I of course know Simon and Lewis just because they were the faces of the Yogscast for quite a bit of time. But, like, a lot of their membership I'm not super familiar with. Tom B, not Ben? Oh, okay. Still, I do not know who that is. At least not by that name. There's only one Ben and he's the most merchandisable person. I don't know who Ben is. I don't remember a person named Ben. Like, I just, like, when I think Yogscast, I know Ridge Dog, I know Parvis, I know Ridge Dog, Parvis, and Will Strife, but all 3 of them were only temporary members of the Yogscast, and they are no longer members of the Yogscast and haven't been for years. So, other than Lewis and Simon, there's literally no one else that I know. I know Duncan and I know Shin by name, but I don't know their personalities. Jin got kicked for controversy? Oh, that's lovely. Something about sexting? Oh boy. Gotta keep it in your pants, dude. Just as simple as it is. I mean, I guess money and power do kind of corrupt people and they do change people, but it's just wild to me how many of those content creators or how many people end up getting caught up in those types of controversies when it just seems way too easy to not be caught up in that kind of a controversy. You don't remember well? Oh, fair enough. There's been 70 Yogscast members. That's so crazy. That's insane. That's a lot of Yogscast members. So 86 fire making right now. We are 6 levels away from the halfway point when considering experience. And that is also the halfway point from level 1 to level 99. I think the halfway point from level 50 to level 99 is still level 92, but it's midway through, not all the way at the beginning. Because level 50 is only like 200k experience, so... Besides, they means they actually do a lot of insane sounding things in terms of reach. Also, some things actually seem insane, like that time they burned down a warehouse. What? I completely missed that part. When did they burn down a warehouse? This is the first time I've heard of that. Okay, I did get enough points. I got a little worried there. I thought I just lost points. Or lost the kill, I mean. They had challenge for a sponsorship where they broke boxes and each person had character theme. Sips is demolitions expert. So for the final round, he used fireworks to destroy cardboard boxes in a warehouse. Oh my god, that absolutely sounds like that would just start a fire. When the game got a sequel, they still sponsored the Yogscast again, though. Wow. I mean, hey, if the views paid for the warehouse damages, then why not, right? Oh my god. What an insane situation that would be. Just sitting there just like, alright, we hired these people to promote this thing, and they burned down our warehouse. Let's get him again. Alright, the aggressive winter Todd is coming back. The first trip was nice and chill. This trip is definitely going to be a lot shorter than the last one. Much more manageable. At least it seems like they had a good sense of humor about it. That's really all you got to hope for in those situations, that the people involved have a good sense of humor. They're not able to rent warehouses in Bristol anymore. Honestly, that's a life accomplishment right there. I was banned from ever getting a warehouse in Bristol. That's such an accomplishment. That's something you'd have etched into your gravestone. Okay, good. I at least got the points in. I red-clicked again and my character did nothing. I wonder if I'm clicking too early, just like a tick too early while the game still thinks it's on fire. I waited a tick that time and it seemed to work better. Third-degree arson. Is that what it actually was? Wait, was that a crime? Did they actually like have to do a lot of legal shit to get out of that? If so, that's insane. Especially seeing that they've had such a good sense of humor about it, that's really crazy. I keep checking on like the Rooster Teeth stuff in between. Yeah, I'm checking Rooster Teeth stuff in between rounds. Just because I am curious to see how the public opinion on this stuff has changed. Until I notice the public opinion is similar enough to what my own thoughts are, I don't necessarily want to weigh in on it yet. You don't think it got criminal charges, but gravestones can exaggerate? That is true. That is very true. Because what are you gonna do? Accuse the dead person of lying? Even if you're right, it's not like you can go very far with that. As they say, dead men tell no tales. Really hard to get that kind of an information out of someone who literally cannot speak. Hypothetically speaking, of course, when it comes to gravestones. $250k XP per hour is what we've been pulling. That seems about right. Last year, their month-long Christmas event. Oh, that's right, they do have that. Raised 3.3 million for charity. Whoo! Wow, that is an impressive amount. I think that's more than what GDQ pulls in. Now, granted, they do it for a month, and GDQ's only for a week. But still, like, GDQ's probably a comparable massive event. That's pretty crazy. Oh, speaking of GDQ, the lineup just got announced. I want to go check that in between rounds. I'm curious to see who got in. I'm just hoping there's some Wind Waker representation. I don't think there will be, but a man could dream. If not, I'm sure there's going to be some Breath of the Wild representation as well. It's 2017 pulled in 5.2 million. Oh my god. That's such an insane number. It's like once you get into like the millions of dollars of range, it becomes so much harder for me, at least, to actually like conceptualize just how much money that is. 5.2 mil, if that wasn't clear. No, I got you. Yeah, second place, 3.3 million was second place for $5.20. I gotcha. I gotcha. That is a mighty $5.20 though. Or £5. I don't know. Is there like a cents form of currency in Great Britain? I imagine there is. Ah! Okay, we're fine. Freaking out a little bit, but we're fine. I got hit by the brazier twice. Remember the pound was like $1.60 each? I don't follow currency worth that much, so I believe you that it was that expensive. I don't know what it's at now, nor do I really want to check. I just know it's down because of some fun political stuff, to put it lightly. But I just don't know by what degree. The only currency conversion rate I've really kept an eye on is yen to USD. Is that 113? Oh, from 1.6? That's not fun. That's pretty bad. Can't exactly say that America's faring very much better either. All right, going off that topic. I don't want to make myself mad. .4 with 1.6 being a notably strong period, but yeah, yee. Shall you quote songs again? Sure. Oh, there's a thunderstorm rolling in? Uh-oh. I had no idea it was even raining. You got killed in the wilderness? Yeah, that happens. You lost your iron armor? At least it's only iron. Iron's pretty easy to replace. Was it another player or was it a mob? You can make it easy. Yeah. Not too much loss. You never bring anything into Wildy that you're not willing to lose. Unless you're playing a hardcore, then you bring in max, because you have the most important thing to not lose is the account. So max protection, because if you die, it's all over anyway. Another player heals 89, you're level 41. Oh, you were in deep, Wildy. Man, you were really deep, Wildy. That's level 48 wilderness at least. What were you doing all the way back there? Were you doing lava dragons? You're at the volcano. Oh, interesting. You have no idea? Fair enough. There's actually a fun little Easter egg you can do with that volcano. If you go to the wilderness volcano with the gold ring and you try and use the ring on the lava in the volcano, a goblin will show up next to you, scream "My precious," and then disappear. Yeah. This game's got a lot of real fun tongue-in-cheek references like that. Like, I think one of my favorite super subtle jokes and Easter eggs that are in this game is in the Fremenic Trials. Whenever you're doing Peer the Seer's quest, you get a red herring at one point. And even though the red herring is actually used to finish the puzzle, it makes me really happy just knowing what a red herring and concept is, and the fact that it's kind of like him tricking you. It's like, I'm throwing you off with a red herring. Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah. There's also a Monty Python reference too. If you get a regular raw herring and then you use it on any tree in the game, you will get a Lord of the Rings collaboration. Oh, with the Krobus guy? I wouldn't be opposed. He's got a good series. And it's very funny that we ended up having a similar idea at around the same time. I would not be opposed to doing a collab with him. I have no idea how to get in touch with him. He's probably got a Discord. I should probably join his Discord. But if you take any herring, any raw herring, and use it on any tree in the game, you'll get a message stating, this is not the mightiest tree in the forest. And if you get a member's account and you go over to the grand tree where the gnomes are, and you use the raw herring on the grand tree, you get a message saying it can't be done. Why did I use the fish on the brazier? I'm distracted. Imagine RuneScape doing collaborations. That'd be pretty cool. When something is named a red herring, you have to play the Locane scene from Princess Bride with the developer. Oh, the Iocane scene. That's a good scene. That's a good movie. Princess Bride's a great movie. I should watch it again. It's been a minute. I always quote the have fun storm in the castle. I always quote that. I should probably watch that movie again. More content for YouTubers like your stream? Yeah. I'd be down. I mean, Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite series of all time, just in general. I have a yearly tradition where I watch all 3 movies extended in one sitting. I don't watch The Hobbit though. I have been kind of considering on New Year's Eve including like just the theatrical cuts of The Hobbit instead of the extended versions. I just haven't really had too much of an interest because I do know the Hobbit movies aren't the greatest. Sheesh, yeah, it's like a 20-hour commitment. It's so much fun. I have so much fun with it. Those movies are masterpieces in my eyes. How long am I streaming? Probably for another 30 or so minutes. We'll see. I've got to go at least until the cat grows up. But I am feeling pretty tired, and I do have work tomorrow. I have to wake up at 6 in the morning for work, and it's about to be 10. So, gotta make sure I get that good night's sleep. It's no good going sleep deprived. Your body needs sleep. So I try and get at least 7 hours. Though sometimes I'm bad and stay up anyway. Got you, same? Yeah. Yeah, waking up early is never fun. But I will say, after having done a couple years of a night schedule and almost a full year of a morning schedule, I much prefer a morning work schedule over a night work schedule because in the morning, once I'm done working, I actually can like do things with people in the day. Like I can go have dinner with my girlfriend, or I can go hang out with friends after work, or I can like go to a shop or get like errands done. Whereas on a night shift, once I finish my night shift at like 11, I guess I'm just going to bed then, because there's really nothing that is open after 11. There's not really a lot of friends that are available to hang out after certain times. And I also didn't really like waking up early and doing things before work because I don't know. I have a very weird mentality when it comes to like a job, where if I have a job coming up, I want to like sleep as much as possible before I wake up. I don't know. I did not earn enough points that time. Okay, well that's a sign to go and bank. I think that's the first time I've actually missed that. I probably could have gotten it. I just wasn't paying attention. Man, really bad rewards too. We have only gotten tour stall seats today as rewards. Yikes. This is looking a little dicey. How much time is left on this cat? $30 minutes? Alright, once this cat grows up, we are done. I'm going crazy, man. Just losing my mind. Oh, I know when the Halloween event's going to be added to the game. It should be added in on Wednesday. So that means on Thursday, we'll do the Halloween event before we start doing Winter Tot. Actually, one of the main reasons why I really want to do the Halloween event is there is a house theme that you get only from Halloween events, and I think it is the best looking thing in the game. It's like the Spooky Manor theme, and it actually looks like really nice because of all the purple wallpapers and stuff. Have to go now, got work tomorrow as well. See you next stream. Thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your night. Want to hear a dumb idea you had? Lay it on me. Give some lyrics to a song and a few pointers. You try singing it without knowing the song with all the rust you'll probably have for singing. Ugh. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Oh. For some reason, I thought that this song was the Subnautica like ocean theme, or it had a very similar melody to one of the Subnautica themes. That's a good game. That's a fantastic game. If any of y'all are looking for a game to play, Subnautica. Subnautica's a very good game. It's entertaining because we can all cringe at me. No. Here, let's say this. 250 subscribers and we'll do that. I'll make that promise. I mean, you say that, but I'm right now on track to hitting that goal in like 3 months. So it's gonna happen a lot faster than we'd expect. I think it's just me hoping that you forget about it. Because I'm not including this in the Cape Freak video. You best bet I'm not. Get all A's in the trombone game is more worthwhile 250 sub goal. I want to do things that are more RuneScape related on stream, which is why I haven't edited that trombone jam video quite yet. I don't know. I am kind of sitting on that one because I don't know if I want to... There are two reasons why I don't know if I want to edit that into a video. First main reason is because, yeah, it's just... it's... What's happening? Oh! It's the end of the round. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I don't know. We'll think of some good incentives. Edit into a video freak? You can't make me! Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired. After this cat grows up, that's definitely it for stream. I didn't realize how tired I was gonna be getting. How close am I to 87? 200k XP away. That'll be pretty quick to get next stream. I think we might end up hitting level 89 next stream. Maybe 88, actually. 89 might be a bit too optimistic. Fair enough, Endor. I will say, one thing that I really do like about these RuneScape streams that I've been doing is I haven't been feeling nearly as like upset or angry with the streams. Because I do know, I did notice a lot, especially when I was practicing speedrunning, I get very frustrated very quickly if something wasn't working. But because I've played this game so freaking much, I don't feel like I have that with this game. I feel like if something goes wrong, I generally understand why, or I could just blame it on servers, because the servers of this game tend to be pretty bad. Even though that's always the cop-out solution, I never necessarily like taking that. I have taken a lot of damage today alone that has been server-related. And that's not counting the crazy disconnect that I had earlier. Like, there have been times where I've noticed the brazier's gonna break, I click away like a second and a half early, and I still get hit because the server takes too long to actually register my clicks. And part of that's just the fact that there are like 1,000 people on this one server in this one room. So that definitely has major impact on things. But even when there are only like 900 people in a server, or not even 900, when there are only like 400 people in a server, it tends to get really slow really fast. Or really laggy really fast. It's kind of crazy. This game does not have very good server infrastructure. Scapegoat to save our sanity? Yeah, but if I blame the servers, it's not going to bring my hardcore status back if I lose it. So it is an unfortunate reality of this game that I just have to be prepared on. I mean, with the disconnect that we had earlier, that was our first taste of that. Now, granted, that was on my end, because OBS died as well, so that was 100% on my end, but it was still very spooky. That was still very spooky. If that happened in a couple of very specific spots or in a couple of places, like if I was training Slayer or something, that could have killed my account. And there's no exaggeration to that statement. Hardcore Iron Men are shockingly fragile. I just checked my subscriber count and we're at 92. Sorry, 98. We have 2 subscribers left until 100. Meaning that I'm probably going to hit it overnight. Holy crap. That's insane. I didn't think I'd be getting this goal this fast. It's like less than a month after I switched over to YouTube. Wonder what the most aggressive winter tot ever was like. Like in RuneScape lore or like actual gameplay wise? Because this thing is actually like a cataclysm monster. Like if we don't do this, according to the lore, if we don't do this and the Winter Dot doesn't consistently get subdued by the Pyromancers, it throws the entire Earth in eternal winter. Gameplay? I have no idea. What is the lore? Yeah, it's just a cataclysm box. If you release it or if it ends up escaping its prison, it will throw the entire world into an endless winter. And since it is a force of nature and cannot be destroyed, it can only be subdued. Actually, there's a quest where we go through and strengthen these doors to make it so that Winter Dot has a significantly harder time escaping. We're not going to be at that quest for a while, though. And it honestly is just kind of like a footnote. It's just like, oh, hey, look, here's the Winter Dot. We're giving it a story purpose. All right, bye. Pour this potion on the door and then go talk to someone else and never think about Winter Dot ever again. That'd be interesting. If there's actually like a boss in each world that genuinely has an impact on whether or not someone's grinding it, that'd be weird. I feel like it would be kind of cool in concept, but it would not stand the test of time. Or someone would find some reason to always have the game be in eternal winter mode and would flame anybody who tries to actually subdue the Winter Dot and make it no longer winter mode. Because I'm sure, like, even though it generally would be seen as a bad thing, I'm sure there would be some benefit, like some training method that's only available in winter mode or is insanely good at winter mode. There'll always be something like that. I feel like FF14 style events. There are world events in RS3 that are pretty interesting, but they don't have like a very permanent effect. That'll be better than denuclearization and MGS5. I've never played Metal Gear Solid. The only thing I know about it is Snake and Raiden. That is as far as my knowledge goes, is that they exist. And that Senator Armstrong is jacked. That's as far as my knowledge of that game goes. Oh, and ladders. The Eternal Ladder. And the song, of course. Okay, maybe I know a little bit more than I give myself credit on, but I still have never played it. Just one of those games with a lot of very obscure things that can go on in it, and I happen to know the obscure things. I just don't know like the big overarching plot. Like I know that a Metal Gear is like a robot, but I don't know why Metal Gears are bad. Basically, if all players... What's happening? Can I burn my logs? Thank you. I need to chop wood before I start reading what you wrote, Endorb. Otherwise, I'm going to get hit by the brazier again. Basically, if all the players agreed to disarm or were forcibly disarmed by other players so that there were 0 nukes on any accounts that something would happen. Turns out whatever Konami had planned never became made, and there were nukes in the counter that could not be legitimately disarmed. I see. Seems like a very interesting thought process of like, okay, what if we did have the nuclear disarming where everybody everywhere had no nukes, but that just made more creative and possibly deadlier forms of warfare to be formed. That is an interesting concept for a series. Though wait, that's just Metal Gear Solid 5. Huh. It is a cool thought experiment to think about how that would go. Nodding off a little bit on stream. There we go. Think there are like 2 more kills left in me? I think what's surprising to me too is that we haven't gotten a second pair of warm gloves. Having only one piece of the Pyromancer outfit is kind of par for the course. It is still fairly rare. It isn't uncommon for people to go all the way to 99 fire making without having the full outfit. But the gloves are still fairly common, so I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of those. So imagine a giant war robot. Now imagine it's also a small yield nuclear arms silo. That's a Metal Gear. Ah. Makes sense. Does Metal Gear, like, does that name Metal Gear have any, like, significant origin, or does it just sound cool? My goodness, I'm getting destroyed by this cold damage. Winter Todd is not going down without a fight this time. You staying just for Tome? I am going to 99. I need that skill cape. As a part of this account, I need to get every single cape in the game. And so I figured the easiest skill cape to get really early on is fire making. So I figure I am going here for Tome mainly, but the cape is also an acceptable goal. You stay till 27 mil XP for pet? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's brutal. Now you can't do it? I don't blame you. Having to do Winter Dot for that long, it would absolutely destroy me. Were they all masses, or did you at least do like solos in there as well, just to try and change it up? $108 solo? Okay. That's a good amount. 973 KC those. That's a big number. $30 magic seeds? Hey, farming XP. No idea of the origin of the name of Metal Gear? Fair enough. I bet it's just the rule of cool. Just, hey, what do we call these giant robot things? Ah, Metal Gear. Ah, that sounds cool. Original is from a game on the NES. I do know that Metal Gear was originally an NES title. Banked more than 300k con XP? That's a good amount. I'm curious, was the account that you did that on, was that a main or was that an iron? Because there's some drops that are very good for irons and not great at all for mains. And vice versa. I actually think that magic log drops are really bad for irons after a certain point. After a certain number, magic logs are really not that useful for irons. Those your last hardcore? Oh, okay. Is that hardcore still going or did it die? If so, when did it die? Because I am curious. This is like my first legitimate attempt at a hardcore. Died at 1300 total? Ah. Still, that's a good total level. That's a pretty decent ways in. What's my total level right now? 456? Okay. I love the one tick damage. Also, I don't know why I didn't light the brazier. I had a red click and everything, but my character just didn't move. I always hate when that happens. Like, I had an obvious red click. I very clearly did the action at the right time, but the game just said, nah, you didn't do it. Any goals like barrel gloves right away or anything? Short-term goals I am still kind of trying to figure out. Barrels gloves is a priority. I think right now I'm mainly getting a lot of the skilling bosses taken care of. So Temperos is Guardians of the Rift's gonna be next, and then Temperos. Yeah, Barrels gloves is an important goal to keep in mind. I haven't considered the timeline on that yet. A lot of this I am kind of playing by ear. I think really like the biggest thing that I'm aiming for right now are beginner clues. The reason for this is that there are 2 capes. The entire point of this account is that I need to get every single cape in the game, and there are 2 capes that are in a beginner clue, which are the Jester cape and the Shoulder Parrot. I haven't thought past getting past those 2 because I know I'm gonna have to do an easy clue grind for like the Team XI and O capes, as well as the Cape of Skulls. Fire cape, I've put more thought into getting fire cape than I have Barrow's gloves, so I feel like Barrow's gloves would be very useful for fire cape. I'll be getting a lot of the same requirements by the time I get there anyway, so yeah, Barrow's gloves should probably be a pretty early account goal. Yeah, that should probably be like the first main thing I shoot for. Hence the name, yeah. Yeah, this little stream series that I'm doing, I'm going to be editing into a nice little YouTube series as well. So the first episode of that is not coming out this Saturday, but the following Saturday. I think it's like November 5th or something. So that'll be when you can expect like the first fully edited episode of the grinds that I've been doing so far. But this stream will be added to a playlist that is viewable on my channel that currently has all of the streamed progress that I have done on this account so far. So you can see that we've been at it for like 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. Nah, 2 weeks. We haven't hit week 3 yet, right? Oh God, how long have I been doing this? I'm already losing track of time. This is bad. How's the account? Okay, it's only 37 hours. That's not bad. That's nothing. Got 99 fire making at a time for 2 weeks. Nice. I on my normal Iron Man that I play outside of stream, I knocked out 99 fire making in the first week I had the account because I had a very easy roll at work that week, and I also was working from home, so I could play RuneScape on the side while I was doing my work, and so I just spent multiple 8-hour days just doing Winter Tot while I was working. Definitely shouldn't have been doing that, but because of it, I was able to knock out 99 fire making in literally a week. So you wouldn't let me lose some, right? Best in slot melee cape till fire cape. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to knock out a skill cape pretty quick. All right, Let's do it. These are the last crates of the night, and then I gotta turn this cat in and go to bed. Now, yeah, a lot of underwhelming rewards today. We haven't really gotten anything crazy other than those Torstol seeds. Turns to 75k though. That's real nice to see. How many death runes are we at? So we'll be at 1800 death runes as well. These are the current capes that we have, including the RD cloak, which I need. All right, thank you very much. Turn in cat, then turn in bed. Yep. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a great rest of your night. So are we at 29.3% of the way to 99? Still got a ways to go, but that's not horrible. We can easily get that. 87 fire making is going to happen really, really fast next stream. I think we can hit 89. That's an optimistic goal, but I do think that it is an achievable one. Especially if I push myself and go for a 4-hour stream. Today I'm tired, so 3 hours was all I could end up doing. But if I push for a 4-hour stream, get a million XP, then yeah, I think 89 is within reach. They're gonna eat the kitty? Nah, they're gonna use the kitty to cat rats. See here, let's talk to the civilian. Let's talk to them and find out what they do with the cats. Hello there. You're a bit worn out. Oh, it's those mice. They're everywhere. What I need is a cat. A real mouse killer. They don't eat the cats. I don't know why people think they eat the cats. It's just death runes. You just get death runes, but they're here to kill the mice that's everywhere. It's one of the most, like, that's like, in my opinion, probably the biggest RuneScape rumor, is that the West Arty people eat cats, and they don't. They absolutely don't. Kung Pao Kitty? Oh, don't say that. Oh, that breaks my heart. Oh, that's horrible. Gertrude, give me a cat. Thank you. They might not officially eat the cats, but in your heart they do. Why? I don't understand. I honestly think the rumor started because you get death runes from handing in the cats and people don't read dialogue in this game. But Gertrude makes a mention of it in a later quest that people are giving cats to people in West Ardoin, and she's like, oh, they probably eat them or something like that. I hope you don't do that. I feel like those two pieces of evidence are ended up what started that, like, a myth. Alright, once I get back to the doors of Den, I'm ending off stream. Just want to make sure I'm right in front of Winter Tots so we can dive right in next time. Not have to worry about the trek back. The walk of shame. Now. What was my plan that I have written out right now? So, post Wintertod, this is what I have planned. Waterfall Quest, Tree Gnome Village, Gnome Stronghold, Rune Scimitar, Full Graceful, Priest in Peril, Merlin's Crystal, Holy Grail, Guardians of the Rift, train up to level 43 Magic. I don't know when I'm going to stop doing Guardians of the Rift. I still haven't figured out the stopping point for that one. After 43 Magic, then it's Night Sword, Dig Sight, Bone Voyage, 10 Beginner Clues. I need to add in Dork's Quest. Ooh, I need to think of when I need to do Mage Arena, or Mage Training Arena. That's what, 55 High Elk? Is there any other reason? I mean, I guess level 60 for Bones to Peaches, but I have to unlock Bones to Peaches first. And that's really only useful in the Graveyard Room, which I can put off to last. I need to do the Feud before I start doing MTA. Oh, and do I stay there for a Kodai is another question. Or do I stay there all the way to get the Master Wand? I feel like I should, because I'm going to be doing 2,000 CMs on this account, and if I don't get a Kodai in 2,000 CMs, then my account's just cursed. So yeah, I should get the Master Wand earlier rather than later. Just another grind add onto the pile. Is NPCs like, oh, they eat cats? I actually don't know what they say. I'd have to look at the wiki to see what their actual quest dialogue is. I mean, I guess while we're walking, I could look that up. Gertrude. Dialogue. Huh. I think it's a part of Garden of Tranquility. Yeah, I think Garden of Tranquility is when they talk about that dialogue, but I can't find the transcript for some reason. This isn't CG or Wintertot? I mean, look where I'm walking to. Also, I'm about to head to bed, Zach. You came in right at the end of stream. Thanks for hopping in, though. Hope you have a great night. I should probably do Arceus Favor like right after Wintertalk, just because it's right here. It wouldn't take very long to knock out. The favor scroll that you get for doing Ascent of Arceus gives 20% favor, right? So I should just do the runecrafting books up to level up to 80% favor. That seems like that's the best plan. Though I guess with Guardians of Rift, I could just dump that all into Magic. Nah, because Magic's really fast, and runecrafting still is slow even with Guardians. Alright. Well, here we are. We are at the end. I want to thank everybody so much for coming by and watching. We'll be continuing next time for even more Wintertot. Y'all have a great rest of your night.